2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Eagles hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They go play action with Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Now you look at this Saints defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember, they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Well, this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Here's Hurts to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 seconds.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They will run for it with Gainwell. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. When you look at the Saints defense, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They run behind center with Gainwell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answers for that right there.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Carr now to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A look at the numbers last week for Olave. 6 catches, 69 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Here's Carr to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a toss, Kamara left side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, here's Kamara. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts. And he multiple defenders on the drive's first play. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That's pulled in. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
But first down, Hurts eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Flushed out right. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his car on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this 1st half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. 2nd down, here's Hurts. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with decent starting field position, they may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. The Giants trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And that one all tied. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Smith to return it. Powering his way forward. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Still first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On second down, here's Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Carr. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That's returnable now for Smith. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Carr. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Holding. Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Carr. That is caught. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Now Carr. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Carr to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Returnable here from the 38. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Carr. This one taken in by Olave. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Carr. Olave holds it in. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Carr. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. From the gun, it's Carr. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down, and quickly they get to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Carr. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.